Yo, what's good, fam? Welcome to another episode of Monkey Business. Today I'm going to be talking about the Polkadot Parachain auctions. And let's get right into it. So if you head on over to Polkadot.js.org here, and you click on the apps box here, it'll bring you to this page here, which takes a second to load. Before doing this, you have to download the Polkadot.js wallet extension, set that up, write down your seed phrase, do all that good stuff. You can probably find another video on that, on how to set that up. But get your Polkadot.js wallet, go over to accounts, link it into this. Make sure you leave one dot in your account at all times, because Polkadot has this thing where if you have less than one dot, it deletes wallets to get rid of wallets with low balances. So always keep one dot in your wallet. Super important. Once you get your wallet set up though, you head on over to, make sure you're on the Polkadot network on Parity here, which I'm already here. Then you hit switch on over to this one, and then go to Parachains, and then you go to crowd loan, and this is where all of the available crowd loans will appear. So as you can see, Moonbeam and Akala have already finished. And these are the ones that are still going on. So you can see I have some contributions in some of these already. I think I have 5 in that one. I think the minimum is 5 on most of them, but you just hit contribute, and then you can contribute whatever you want into the Parachain auction. Keep in mind that anything that you contribute will be held for a lease period. So you're lending them your dot for them to use to bid for a parachain in these auctions. And what you get in return for that, you have to lock up your dot for a year or 2. Some of them vary, but it's different amounts of time, and you'll slowly get the tokens back over time. And what you get in return is a lot of their tokens of whichever projects you decide to contribute to. Another important thing is only the projects that win the power slot will actually lock up your tokens, and you'll actually get rewards for. Some of them will give you extra rewards, like a free NFT, even if they don't win the Parachain slot. So you have to go to the homepage of each one and kind of read about what the details of each one are. But each one varies with like how many tokens you get per dot, the ratio. Some of them will give you free NFTs. Some of them will have longer lockup periods or give you some tokens right off the bat. So there's different conditions for each one, but you just have to look through each one on the homepage, decide which ones you want to contribute to, and then contribute some dot. And if they win, you'll get some tokens. You lock them up for a while. So this is where you actually contribute. But a better spot for information on all of this is the Parachain.info. Parachain.info. So if you come here, you can look at the major list with just all of them listed. And you can cycle like just the Polkadot ones and see all of them all together that are trying to get a slot. But I'm not sure even most of these are going to make it into the auctions. So if you go to the auctions tab here, you can head down to where the actual auctions are. And if you hit expand all rows here, it'll give you a more detailed graph of what you're looking at. So as you can see, these two both won, and it hit 32 million dot out of the cap. So at 32 million dot, you're getting 5.23 Akala for every dot that you contributed. So it said the minimum was 3, and that's if this bar maxes out. But it didn't max out, so I'm actually going to end up getting more than 3 per dot. Same thing with Moonbeam, although this one pretty much maxed out, but we're getting about 4.19 per dot. Or like A star. See, if this one closes with such a small amount contributed, you're going to get a lot more per dot that you contributed. So these are things to weigh out here. And then obviously it tells you all the bonuses, 1,000 NFTs to 1,000 randomly people for parallel. So this is kind of what you want to weigh out and look at. Affinity is definitely one I'm looking at. It's part of Engine. And then this is how the Parachain auctions actually play out. So the money starts going in and the bid starts here. And what happens is in each auction, a random time is selected as the point at which the winner is selected. So say even if Moonbeam was in the lead this whole time, and then Akala gets in the lead like right here, and then the snapshot's taken right here, then Akala wins. Or if Akala was in the lead this entire time, and then Moonbeam gets in the lead at the end, but the snapshot's back here, Akala wins. So you want to look at it more as like which project has been number one for the highest amount of time within that slot, and that's the most likely one to win. Like right now, it looks like for most of this slot, or actually the bidding starts here, so it's going to be somewhere in between this area here. And it looks like A-Star has been in number one for most of this slot so far. So it looks like A-Star is probably going to win unless Parallel starts making some moves here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The other thing I would like to mention is you can also go through the actual crowd loans themselves or the projects and contribute on their own website. Like I did some through Parallel Finance, which you can contribute to the crowd loan through Parallel, and you'll get bonus Parallel tokens for doing that. And if you go to, some of these home pages of some of these projects, they'll give you extra rewards for going through their own crowd loan page. But I would prefer putting as many through the official Polkadot network. It says right here to only use this and not go to third-party websites because it's less reliable. I'd rather put my trust in the Polkadot network system, the native system here. So I would recommend contributing through this. The bonuses aren't that great in my opinion, except for Parallel, because I wanted to put some in Parallel, and if I was going to contribute to Parallel, I might as well do it on Parallel since it's a crowd loan thing. So I did contribute to Parallel on here, but that's the only one. So that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, just keeping the lease time in mind, how long you're going to lock them up for. Weigh out the pros and cons of each one, obviously. And yeah, get your money in get your DOT into some of these crowd loans, because this is probably going to be one of the biggest utility cases of the DOT token and an easy way to get a bunch of free tokens. So that's all I got for you today. Keep that brain smooth, keep those hands diamond, and I'll see you next time.